Hello. My name is William, and welcome to my so-called life. I hope everybody's having a great Monday. And yes, I have the longest opening in showbiz, but I promise I won't make you watch the whole thing. How's it going? My name is William, and this is my so-called life.
Get the most fun out of life, out of being a mother and wife, with new fashion excitement that's all created by you. On your new touch and sew.
I still consider this the greatest commercial of all time.
Another first from Singer.
Be the girl with the golden touch on your new Singer Golden Touch and Sew.
You know, I have the golden touch. I have the Singer Golden Touch and So, the 600 series, and everything they offered that I could possibly get my hands on. Hello. Welcome to my so-called life. Hello, Katie Crafts. Great to see you. It is Monday night. I hope everyone is doing well. Yay! Before we get to any of the festivities, yay! Hello. I'd like it to, but you've played it 28 billion times, so now I don't. I'm one of those people. I am definitely one of those people. Yay! Hello. Great to see you. Ollie, great to see you. Kilroy, Katie Crafts. Hello. Before we get to any of the festivities, this program is for entertainment purposes only, and its content is not intended to malign any religion, lack thereof, race, gender, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions expressed by my so-called life and program participants are solely their personal views and do not reflect the views of every single human being on planet Earth. I hope everybody has a great evening flying my so-called life airlines. Hello. It is Monday. So I did it again. I feel like if I wouldn't get a copyright strike, I feel like I need a Britney Spears button. Every time I buy a sewing machine, I should hit the Britney Spears button. People come out dancing with the sewing machine. Oh. But in a weird way, it's what I do, you know? If I'm talking a little funny this evening, my face is completely swollen right here. I slept on my face. I did dentistry on myself when I was in my 20s, so this happens all the time. But I purchased this beautiful brother sewing machine, and I haven't done anything to it, so we're gonna find out together if it even works. How's everyone doing this evening? I hope you guys are doing well. Kilroy, great to see you. I have played the Touch and Sew commercial 28 billion times. Leave. I will. I will. Oh, that's making my face hurt because it's true. It's so true. I need a Madonna button. My son. Do you know if you ever want to embarrass a teenager, whenever they play Vogue, I'll just start doing this and he's like, stop, please. Please stop. Good times. Good times. I also have a coat lined. Well, actually, I need to line a coat, but we'll see how it goes this evening because I don't know if I can go for 2 or 3 hours this evening. But I always say that, and then 2 or 3 hours later, we're still sewing. Hey, Mo, great to see you. Great to see you. Hello, hello. You needed to make that music video and put it on your Rumble. I agree. I agree 100%. Hey, Mo, how's it going? Great to see you. Great to see you. I need to find my gloves. After my harrowing experience in the Las Vegas bins, I have a whole outfit for going through bins and sewing machines, but I have to find my gloves in the first place. But before I get too ahead of myself, I want to thank everybody who watches my streams in the replay. Everybody who watches it the next day, I want to thank you because there's quite a few people who watch my streams. I know I come on extremely late, and I thank you. Yay! Hello, hello. You know, before I do any of that, let me grab the cord for this. I just purchased this sewing machine today. Having spare time on my hands is dangerous, and I live near a ton of Goodwills. And I kind of had to laugh. Because yay, hello, hello. Hey, great to see you, Donnell. Hello. So, of course, I bought a sewing machine. I know everyone's shocked. I know it's a shocker. But we're going to plug this thing in and find out together how it works. Let me grab some screwdrivers. Today has been hectic. You know, I had all kinds of crazy things planned, but I ended up making a short, cutting out patterns and all kinds of crazy stuff. Hello, everybody. Yay. Yay. Hello, hello. I have time at the moment. Awesome. Donnell is fainting. I actually work near goats, and they are the strangest animals on earth. I'm sure there's other animals. Horses are weird, but like just sitting there watching goats, they are so strange. I work in the hills. You know, I'll get out of my car and I'm like, how did that goat get up there? And I know how it got up there, but goats are so strange. Yay! Hello, hello. My lunch was amazing. We watched Mona. I forced everyone at my job to watch Mona. You know, I'm not forcing NASCAR on anyone. I'm not forcing a belief on anyone. I just think everyone should know how to chat and sew. So at my job, we watch Mona at lunch. Make me jealous showing a household type art machine. Where I live, these things are everywhere. Between brother and singer, you know, people. I find a ton of these more around Christmas because people either give up sewing or they buy a new sewing machine. I still want that 431G. Do you know when there are so many different lines of sewing machines that I discovered where I'm like, wow, this is an extremely powerful machine. Speaking of goats, I tried this Spanish sheep cheese on Friday. It's called, oh my god, it's so good. Machango. I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm addicted to queso seco, which just means dry cheese. It is something that I absolutely love. All right. Yay, it could be life-saving techniques. This and really if there was ever a room of people who needed to know how to sew, it's people who rip their clothes all the time. Welders, pipe fitters, and general laborers do nothing but rip clothes all day long. So I'm teaching them a life skill and they don't even know it. Oh, quilting a larger black and white quilt. Awesome. Seems larger than when I first started quilting it. One day I will take down the abomination of my attempt at quilting. It's huge. It's longer than my arm span. It's at least 6.5 feet, 7 feet. Machingo cheese is yummy. Can't stay, phone batteries dying later. Have a great night, Mo. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Good to see you. I've been around those guys. They rip their clothes because they don't think about what they're doing. Absolutely. That's actually part of my job, is to gripe at everybody. To absolutely gripe at every single person. All right. Okay, I can already tell this thing needs some sewing machine oil, but luckily I'm sitting in a room with sewing machine oil. Oh, didn't have to go very far. I knew I kicked it this morning, and I was somewhere close. Katie, it grows and grows. Quilts are awesome. I need to. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna put it out there because I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start quilting. Do you know one day I'm gonna look back at this day and be like, why did I have this? I actually have this crazy plan for a quilt. I'll see you soon. Yay! And here I'm griping at everybody for nothing. I need to start sending out bills. Okay, so for my quilting friends, I have a really quick question. Let's see if I can find that jacket. Would this be considered quilting? I kind of put the pieces together. I did all of this by hand, and then I came through with the machine and added the stitch. I've been cleaning, so I've been discovering all my old jackets and the things I've made over the years. I'm in long seams by quilting loops. Yay! Hello, Mona. Great to see you. I've been really cleaning, so I've been rediscovering all my old jackets and everything that I did a lot of that by hand, and slow stitching is something that everybody should learn. I only went over it with the machine just to add some more color to it because it seemed kind of drab to me. Yay, great to see you, Mona. We were just talking about how I make all the tough guys at my job watch your show in the morning. And I'm in a giant bay, so everybody can walk out, but it's really weird. Everybody comes and hangs out. So it's the thing we do. Hello. Yay, hello, everybody. Awesome. I'm not forcing anyone. I even tell the new guys, I'm like, look, you don't have to watch this to impress me at all. Yay, hello. For anyone wondering, my face is a bit swollen. I completely, I do this weird yoga in my sleep, and I woke up, I felt the pressure on my face and everything. I have an appointment with the dentist, but I can't go until the swelling's down. Oh, good times. I got tired of slow stitching and Boy Scout. They love watching the Cray Cray Chick on Saturday morning. We have a good time. We have a really good time at my job. So stitching a tent, bottom, back and front. Wow, from wind damage sucks. That kind of reminds me of a material I purchased recently, and I have no idea what to do with it. It reminds me of the 90s windbreakers. It was a Walmart oopsie, but it's heavy. I think it's tarp material they just sold as as fabric, but you never know. You never know. Don't know you would get nothing done as William tried quilting on your channel. I am a bit of a talker. I can sew and talk at the same time. I'm just trying to figure out that extremely cool angle that everybody has. I have a third floaty camera. I think I need to build a mount that goes over my desk. I think at this point, that's just what I need to do. Somebody's got to teach them skills other than how to use chew. Worst habit ever. If you ever want to get a speech from me, pull out some chew. Oh, let's see how this thing responds to sewing machine oil. So today I wandered into my local Goodwill and I purchased this. And the funny thing is, because I spent over $20, I purchased this and I bought a pleather coat. Because I'm crazy, I bought a pleather coat. Yay! Hello, hello. Great to see you. Great to see you, Candace. I hope you're having a great evening. Welcome, welcome. That is the money shot. I need to figure out. I think I just need to build a mount. It's a possibility, however. It would be amazing. Call it Chatty Quilts. See, I already have a name. Oh. You've got a motor mouth like a Chevy big block. I have mounts that attach to my desk. See, good to know. I need to know things like this. I have all kinds of crazy contraptions and things that I could probably make to a mount instantly. But this particular camera, I have all kinds of weird USB extenders and everything. This camera is really sensitive and it will not work unless it's directly plugged into my computer. Yay! It has a detachable arms. I need something like that. I definitely, excuse me, I need to look into something like that. Says the guy who's I had the happenstance of inheriting a ton of real equipment, real tripods, mounts, and everything. And so I see how poorly built modern day tripods are. So I try to maintain the stuff I have. Like even my mic stands and everything. When I replace washers, they're brand new because they're metal. So I try to keep up. It's just pipes. You could probably build. Inherited all that equipment and you don't use it. I do. I have a ska band on the weekend. You just don't know. Every weekend, me and my ska band, we go out. I use my webcam that is on the short stand with flexible legs, so it looks at my needles, so everyone can see what I'm doing while I'm sewing. I need to do something like that. That is the one thing I have completely failed on this third camera. Oh. There we go. There's progress. Now there's a channel named Ska Sewing. I've been listening to a lot of Caribbean music again, so you might hear me mentioning ska. Oh, patent pending, patent pending, patent pending. Yay! I tried that to nail, but it jumps off my table. And I think that's part of the problem with this too. If I have machines that are too powerful, it'll jump. But let me show you what I'm working with. Oh, this camera drives me crazy. I just need to figure out a mount. That really, in the end, that's all I need to do because I sew every day. Literally, I sew all day, every day. I like that idea. You need to build a micro cam right into the light. I like that. But this camera, and I'm trying not to move around too much because I get vertigo. So I can only imagine. All right, there we go. But I need to figure out where to put this thing. Okay. I say never mount the camera to the table. Use a button. Hey, so Terry, hello. Great to see you. Welcome. Yay, hello, Candace. Hello. I won Bob and Chick and had 3 inches of thread left when I finished the row. Oh, I call it bobbin roulette whenever I start a project and I just turn my machine on and start going. See how it's getting wobbly? It looks like one of those weird 1960 movies where it's like and you were there, and you were there, and you were there. Oh, I'm gonna remember that one. Bob and Chicken. I'm gonna remember that one forever. Yay! Hi, so Terry. Great to see you. Mine's mounted to the table, but it's heavy duty. I need to look into something like that. All day long, I sit in a room of wood and tonsil rated steel. So there's all kinds of stuff around me that I could build with. I'm gonna remember that one. I'm definitely gonna remember that one. All right, so let's put the face on this. All I did was add a little bit of sewing machine oil to this machine, and we'll see what happens. See, this is the positive thing. For anyone tuning in 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was robbed of a 1960s, 1950s sewing machine by a young man who had no idea what he was doing. So when I went back to my Goodwill today and found this machine, I'm going to do right by this. As someone who collects sewing machines, resellers sometimes, it's offensive. But I'm a sewing machine hoarder, so I'm sure people see me buying machines and they're like, where is he putting all these machines? Set a TV dinner tray besides it and put. Wow, I like that. I have a tripod that sits on the floor. I have a bunch of tripods and mic stands, or 3-legged camera adjustable stand. What enablers unite. You know, it's funny. People do not even question me anymore. I've been going, oh, that reminds me. I won something at my Goodwill today. I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds absolutely crazy, but I bought a pleather shirt. I have this weird thing about leather, vinyl, pleather. I love wearing. I don't care if it's imitation. I'm not a picky person in that sense. I know people they wouldn't leave the house wearing pleather. But to me, it's not a big deal. I don't like tripods. I knock them over. I do as well. I knock my tripods over. Oh, that's why I don't even like having my mic stand here. But the other ones are extremely awkward. I think it's me. I have the same affliction I did with something at Goodwill today. See, You know what's so hold, let me get my pleather jacket. You know what's funny? I don't even know what the patch means. I bought it for the patch. And this fits my rhinestone cowboy look to a T. Oh, pleather is popular again. They just rebranded it as vegan. Do you know what's so funny? I hear people say that, and I have no idea what it means because I'm over 40. Someone in Mona's chat started talking about a Goodwill online auction. I told them not to say that around. During the pandemic, I went a little crazy with the Goodwill auctions. I did. I'm cheap, so I went every time I go to Goodwill. It might be a machine. Wow. I knock tripods over and trip over them. Same. I'm so glad. Do you know what's so funny? Having these conversations make me feel better because I get so frustrated. I cannot have a tripod around me unless I'm filming. Like I film myself sewing a lot, or just in general. I've learned how to film myself. But when I forget it's in the room, I'm gonna knock it over. Goodwill has auctions online. Don't expect to get a deal. I did it more during the pandemic. I'm a tactile human. I like to get out there and actually look at the machine. It's weird. I'm a weird person. Says the man wearing pleather and a cowboy hat. I did bid on the blue one. Gave me that site. Did you get your serial number for the singer? I have the main list open now. We in the typewriter community figured out that the auction sites have bots that will place false bids and get real buyers to pay more. They do that in person too, even in certain auctions. I won't say out loud what they are because I plan on going back to a few, but they do that all the time. There was someone I saw work in a parking lot one time that was bidding, and I was like, "You're a plant." Good times. Goodwill auction sites. I saw that one. It's still like, wow. Yay. So needless to say, I love pleather. So it put me over $20 because the sewing machine, I have this knack for going when everything's on sale. So I found the sewing machine and it was less than $20. Even though the tag says $20, it was half off. So when I purchased this put me over. I had a choice between do you know what's so funny? I saw this box, and keep in mind, I was there for the consolation. I haven't won anything in a very long time. So when she's like, "Oh, you win something," I was like, "Really? Are you serious? Are you serious?" And it kind of threw her off because she sees me all the time, but I got serious. I was like, "Are you serious?" I said out loud, I said, "I've been coming here since this place was a Pep Boys," which I showed my age because she asked me, she's like, "What's Pep Boys?" And I was like, Don't ruin this. Just give me my free stuff." But for real, I've been going there since it was a Pep Boys. And long story short, I chose this. And when she was talking and she was like, "Oh, you can get this peach bowl thing or whatever it is." At my job, I don't know what it is all the time. I don't know. They're trying to get our business. People have sent me edible arrangements. People send me the weirdest stuff, but they always send me these weird salad bowls. I'm not kidding you. In my house, I have just a ton of salad bowls. So if you say anything salad, my ears shut off. And I got this. It's a charger, and I have a tablet sitting right here. It's my hockey tablet. It's the one I obsessively watch old. I watch sports on that tablet basically. So, oh, my friend last out on a singer. $5,000. Oof. That's why I stopped doing auctions like that. I've never seen a Pep Boys. They had amazing commercials back in the day. They had amazing commercials. They're one of those companies that lasted over the years. There's a very famous one in Hollywood, and their logo was three dudes with extremely giant heads, and those giant heads are still there on Hollywood Boulevard right now. Those red machines are out there. Wow, 6-foot harp. Wow, that is a big wow. That is a commercial machine, no doubt. Probably sells mattresses. I need something like that. You know what's so funny? So my whole point is, I may or may not plug this in. If the speakers work, I'll be excited. But it was more. I won for all the money I've spent at Goodwill. They finally gave me something. They finally. I look like I should be in Walker, Texas Ranger. Oh man. Oh, my face hurts. I have a Pep Boys less than a mile away. See, they're still around. That's good to know. I had no idea if they were still around. I haven't gone on that side of Los Angeles. Well, actually, when I do, I drive right past it, and I don't even look off the freeway. First made to sew buggy dashes. That plain skin. Wow. What is it? A table or a charging station? It's a excuse me. It's a charging station with speakers. And like I said, if it works, that'll be awesome. I have all kinds of crazy speakers hooked up to every device in this. Every device in here has a bunch of speakers hooked up to it. So if this thing works, that's great. If not, I'm just happy I won something at the Goodwill. Oh, and when I walked out, the girl was like, "I hope you have a great day." I was like, "You made my day better, thank you." She was stumped. She saw how I was honored. I get something free at the Goodwill. That's never happened to me ever. Oh, nice. I hope it's decent. And that's another thing. I have purchased a lot of junk technology over the years. So if it doesn't work, I'm not gonna cry over it too much. Thank you. I completely forgot about that. It should be good. Use the All-Tech Lansing and Premium. I looked that up. It was $170 new. I was free motion quilting tonight. Gonna put up on my chat. It was not to do video. Do you know, I used to when I was a kid, there was a character on it was a skit in between the cartoons, and his name was Donnie Don't. Donnie Don't would cross the street without looking. Donnie Don't smoked cigarettes, and the saying was, "Don't do what Donnie Don't does." And sometimes I feel like Donnie Don't. Alibaba can attest, when I turn corners when I'm sewing, sometimes I go like this. I don't even do anything precise. Like, if somebody was trying to learn at that moment, I would tell them to do the exact opposite of what I was doing. Oh, so I totally get that. Okay, so I'm going to unplug this. I'm going to let it soak overnight, and we'll see how it performs tomorrow. I'm so excited over this. I should put this in a video. I'll watch you free motion, so Terry. Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what's I click on everyone's channel, so I've been enjoying all the sewing content. And truly, I thank everybody that I've been introduced to lately and all the people I've been meeting. I appreciate the sewing content. I'm Donnie Doan. I just shove the fabric through the machine and hope for the best. That's why on this Starship Kilroy, you are definitely my number one. Saw something crazy today. Guy on a state highway going 45 miles an hour on an electric unicycle. I actually have a lot to say about those because people do questionable things of what is street legal where I live. I actually saw someone. I just think it's weird. You got to be careful when you're on a bicycle around cars. That's all I'm saying. And I'm extremely nearsighted. I agree with Katie Crafts. Like, you got to be careful when you go on the street on those electric bikes. And it's a huge craze. I talk about it all the time. I live in Los Angeles. They're everywhere. They are everywhere. It started with those scooters. And then the electric bikes were next. New disclaimer, objects shown in the money shot cam may be sewn out of parameters to the original pattern and sizing. Patent pending. I am writing that down. I like that. I think I'm definitely gonna add that. Speaking of electric vehicles, I read yesterday that cyber trucks are so heavy that you have to buy new tires for them every 3,000. Reason number 500 why I would never buy one. Thank you. Not street legal, no license plate. Same where I live. I have this weird anti-shaming thing, but I have a dash cam. Today, there was somebody in full old school Harley gear on one of those going like 35 miles an hour, causing havoc on the road today. But I'm anti-shaming people. I think it's wrong. It's this weird morality I have. I don't know. My aunt got stopped for driving too slow. Now that my grandfather was a World War II hero. He was a real leatherhead. He was like an old school guy. And he reached that point too where he was swerving. It was sad. It was sad because he was a real life tough guy. And they they had to intervene with my grandfather and tell him to quit driving because he was swerving. See, I can't even say it out loud. The man's been gone for 20-something years and I'm still scared of him. I put the needle right on 55 and set on cruise control. On the street by my house, that's the speed limit on the street. On the highway, it's 65 to 75 miles an hour, depending on where you live. He scared the crap out of me. He wouldn't take much to crash a unicycle. Was really happy when I got by him. He had traffic all messed up. Exactly. That happens a lot where I live as well because people there's this weird gray area where no one knows the legality of it at all. And so somebody's in the street because their vehicle can go like 30 miles an hour when you're surrounded by people in real cars. I'm actually glad you brought this up, Katie. It's an issue where I live. And even people on electric bicycles in the street, and they do not have lights on their vehicles at night. Like especially when I'm in my truck, like I fear for people. A friend of mine was hit by someone on an electric bike. They don't have any lessons on how to drive them, and anyone can ride them. Exactly. Do you know when you're teaching someone to ride a Harley, you tell them, like, if you have no experience, you're going to drop this a few times. There are quite a few things that you have to tell someone when they learn to ride anything. I don't know. I think that's weird that there's not, at least, no pun intended, a crash course. You need a lasso to get a guy on an electric unicycle. Oh, actually, when I was a kid, I knew someone that had a unicycle. That's a real skill. That is a skill. Friend was hurt very badly, a few surgeries and broken bones, but he's okay now. I am so sorry. See, I've been in multiple. I've been in 2 extremely bad car accidents, so I'm an advocate. I'm an extreme advocate when it comes to that. There's a guy with an old lawn tractor where I live. Originally, he was made to go fast. Wow. See, that's okay. If he's trucking along, I would be like, good for you. Good for you. There's somebody who retired. He's kind of a legend where I'm from. He has an old Ford Ranger. It's baby blue. He has it hooked up to propane, and his truck runs off of propane. But when I see him on the road, he's going just as fast as everybody else. So you forget that his car is ran by propane. Bicycle riders and multiple races a year in my town. It's a nightmare. I'm surprised I haven't hit anyone. Do you know what we get, Candace? Where I'm from, we get InGen. I think that's what it is. That what it's called? InGen. It's like a huge bike race. I forget about it every year, but they always go in front of my job. And then all of a sudden there's like 300 bikes that pass by with the media and everything. I forget about it every year. They had them like Ubers. You can just rent them even if you know nothing. Exactly. That's what drove me crazy. They have those scooters all over Los Angeles. I was too. Me and my family were hit by drunk drivers. See, that's what I'm saying. It's a big deal. It's a big deal, especially where I'm from too, because everyone gets a car. But I even noticed this now, this new trend, and I talked about this last time. At my kids' high school, every other kid drives a brand new car. I drive my beater 1988 Ford F-150, and I have a Ford Flex, and I have a good job. Oh, propane. Yes. And the only thing it really does is it burns the headers. There's something it does where he has to constantly replace something, but his car runs on propane. It's an old school Ford Ranger. It's a big body truck. My sister bought an electrical bicycle and crashed it on her first ride, broken bones and all. That's what I'm saying. Yikes. Ever heard of lawn tractor races? People buy old Cub Cadets and crap and put huge motors and big tires on them. I actually watch stuff like that. See, that I'll watch. But I drive a tractor. And I have a bunch of really weird sports channels. So I'll watch a tractor pull or something because I know the ingenuity and the absolute insanity it takes to do something like that. My first neighbor has a 1978 400E diesel converted for chip truck grease. Smells like fries when you follow him. I've said this a million times. Someone around here has a Healy, the British tank, and they have in all of our 4th of July parades. It always makes me laugh. They have a British tank in an American every year in my town, and he lives somewhere around here because I see him driving it all the time. I can barely walk, let alone ride a flimsy bicycle. That reminds me of one of my new pet peeves, and he has put over permanent junkies I have for decades. That is wild about propane. There's this whole thing that he was friends with my father, and he has to be in his 80s. He has to be in his late 80s. I put scrap metal out for him. I have a camera to my job right now. I see him. He still picks it up, and it's him. I could see him on the camera. So he's got to be in his late 80s. But yeah, he hooked his truck up to be propane. I'd be following thinking it was a food truck. Oh, Mona, you would love where I live. We have food trucks everywhere. ESPN, the Ocho. I was an Army brat. I get most M4 tanks going in all parts. It's so crazy, Alibaba. This guy drives a Healy, and he has my entire life. And if it's not the same person, he willed it to his family members, and they go to all the 4th of July parades and everything. Now I want fry. Another disclaimer: I often talk about food. I am perpetually hungry, and I eat ice cream. I am perpetually hungry. I don't even know why anymore. Ah. What an ice cream truck. Do you know, ever since the truck craze, I just thought of something. No, because it's not food. If I had a mobile sew truck, I could get access to a food truck. Could I drive around just like refurbishing sewing machines? I would be like the A team. Yes, ice cream. Been out all week. Heelys are nice light tanks. My truck is bigger than the Healy. He even has the chains in front in the bars. It's authentic. It's absolutely authentic. Mine has over 100 miles of golf cart, multiple purpose paths, but most bike riders don't use them. It's cool. You can drive your golf cart through fast food drive-through shopping. When I was younger, I lived in Arizona, and Arizona was the first place that I've ever been where it was golf cart friendly. They even had golf cart lanes. They lived in the future back then. This was before the internet. This was before anything, but they had golf cart lanes. They'd even have signs like, "Hey, there's golf carts around here." Now that is almost the fall, the fall of the ice cream. Oh, that is almost the fall of the ice cream truck. It is coming round, not all summer now. The ice cream truck, it's so weird. It is so weird. They come all summer long, and then in the middle of the winter, you'd be like, "Is that the ice cream truck?" I just read that the trademark office rejected Meghan Markle's application for a trademark because she was trying to trademark a nickname for Santa Barbara and refused to sign the application. Oh, Santa Barbara. I like that. I wish ice cream trucks were still around here. Hell, I bet they would charge $10 for one popsicle. It's $3. For the big stick, it's like $3. For a Choco Taco, for anyone who knows anyone's an ice cream truck aficionado, those are like $2-3. The Sonic the Hedgehog with the gum eyeballs, ask me how I know this. That's like $2 or $3. Ice cream truck, all that stuff is expensive. And I know this because of my son. So it's funny because he'll be like, "I want an ice cream bar or something." Like, dude, we can go to the store and I'll get you a box. I'll buy you a giant box. So you would laugh I bet I have right now in my freezer, I think I have Klondike bars, ice cream sandwiches, and chocolate ice cream. Remember those smart cars? I don't know how I can say this night. I knew someone that had one, and I just thought it was the oddest thing. I thought smart cars, we used to call I can't even say in modern times what I used to call smart cars. I remember Choco Tacos. I'm obsessed, Candace. They still sell them where I live. We still have I live in the suburbs, so we still get ice cream trucks. We used to have ice cream. We used to have ice cream bicycle a long time ago. Oh, ice cream. Do you know, you can tell when I come to the stream hungry because I'm talking about food. I went shopping today, and my son and I went crazy. And we went crazy. I could tell. I was like, "Man, are we hungry?" I could tell by the cart. Today in 1908, GM was founded, and they still can't make anything good. We have an ancient GM shop truck. That thing is still trucking, and that thing's like older than me, I think. I haven't heard of Klondike. I haven't had a Klondike in so long. I love those things. I've seen 3 smart cars for sale recently. I'm gonna need my inhaler. We keep talking about smart cars. Smart cars. I I I can't even say what we used to call them. I would have anxiety being in something that small. And a long time ago, I had a 1983 Ford Ranger, and that car was this big. I'm too big for a smart car. Oh, I bought a box of popsicles, and they have no flavor. That's the worst, Katie. That's the worst. I think that's why I still eat chocolate because it still has a flavor. I want a Klondike. My son will discover things, and he bought a box of it. I told him, I was like, look, I'm gonna give you 24 hours because I'm gonna eat one, then I'm gonna eat another one, then I'm gonna eat another one, then we're gonna have to go get another box. Oh, we never got Choco Tacos. Choco Tacos are amazing. The food portions of today's. Oh, what? Okay, breaking news here in the House of Zoe's. Can't stop, won't stop. I've made a million jokes. Hold on, I have to get my phone. P. Diddy was arrested in New York City. Where's my phone? Hold on really quickly. Come on, you can't like in today's time, he was filmed doing you know what? I'm gonna worry about this later. That is pity P. See, I can't even say it without laughing. P. Diddy has been arrested. I'm gonna watch this years ago. People are like, where were you when the American Jimmy Savile was finally caught? I'm gonna say I was streaming live on YouTube. P. Diddy is an awful human, so I'm glad that justice was served. You'll rarely hear me say that. Oh, well, here they gave the police smart cars. My sister, who worked for the police department, said they called them cop in a box. I could not sit in a smart car. I would have a panic attack being in something. Who's P. Diddy? Can't Stop, Won't Stop. He was a producer for Notorious B.I.G. I own a Tahoe and used to drive a Monte Carlo in the 90s. Both need transmissions. Other than that, not that. Man, if I lived any closer, I would rock a Monte Carlo right now. I had a friend. What was it called? It was called a Grand National, and it was burgundy. I thought I was so cool. We thought we were so cool. If I ever see one of those cars, I'm gonna buy one. Oh, those were such good times. On a happier note, Falcons beat the Eagles. Good for the Falcons. I have a really strange jersey collection, and I had to have the Mike Vick conversation with my son the other day. I was like, just Google. Me too. Thank you. I could never get in one. Thank you. It depends on the situation. Like when I was in Las Vegas, I was in a bunch of elevators, didn't think anything of it because they want to get you in and out. You get in that elevator, you're like zoop and you're gone. A long time ago, I was stuck in a broken elevator and I was only in there for an hour and a half, but that experience stuck with me forever. I was like 14 or 15 years old. So I could not be in a smart car. I wanted a smart car, but I'm so tall that my knees would be the crumple zones. Exactly. That's why I'll never get a Porsche. Do you know at my height, at 5'9", I'm too tall for a Porsche? And when I say Porsche, I would buy a used one and fix it up. Buick Grand National still go for 25K used at any mileage. My friend, his mom gave him his old car. She's like, here, it was the coolest car. I loved that Grand National. Absolutely. I have a weird jersey collection. Previous neighbor had a smart car. He was a real jerk, and someone slashed all his tires. Can't say that without laughing. Everyone has cameras. Where I live, everyone has cameras. Oh, it's a sad statement of the times, but it's better that we all watch each other. Oh, I got in a C smart car and was the same size as my S10 regular cab. Really? It's the same. Really? I said claustrophobia. Like I said, I was trapped in an elevator at a very young age. So I think I'm not necessarily scared, but I know the experience. I know what it is to be trapped in something in a small box. Just no front or truck bed. I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine being in something so tiny. He set up a GoFundMe and nobody donated. You know, there's something to be said about that. I work with all kinds of people, and there is something to be said about pick if you know we all can be cantankerous people. Pick one person and be really good to them. I'm really nice to my son because I know one day he's gonna have to push me with my oxygen tank. Oh, that's awful. I can get out of an elevator. Oh, I was a child. Now, if I got stuck in an elevator, I'd be like, all right, everybody, come with me. I would do some Mission Impossible stuff. But it's also a smart car. You can get a set of tires for 30 bucks. Do you know what something that small though, not even like a funny haha. I could move this my sewing machine display here and park that thing in here. Oh, the Diablo smart car keeps up and beats. Oh, really? Thank you so much for stopping by, Donnell. Thank you so much. I will finish my coat. You know, I'm probably going to finish it after the live stream because I'm having such a good time just sitting here chatting with everybody. And that's what my so-called life is about. Because all I do is sew all day long. Even at my job. Have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yay! Some water. I've had way too much coffee today. You know, I always say I need to stop drinking espresso, and then I drink more espresso. I got stuck in an elevator for 3 hours. Emergency phone didn't work, and it was before cell phone. See, that's longer than when I was in there, and I have hardcore claustrophobia because of it. Wow. Oh, Donnell, did you have the serial number for the singer? So, you know, it's certain experiences like that. That's why I grew up around large dogs. And I know there are certain people that are not necessarily dog fans, and I completely understand. Life is experience, you know, and if you've had a bad experience with something, you're not necessarily going to jump back at it. I was in a really bad car accident. Guess what I do not do? I do not drive fast at all. 10-2. I am a 10-2. It's so funny. I grew up around senior citizens, and it was so frustrating sitting in the car with mainly my father, because people would pass him. He'd be like, let him pass. And now people pass me. My son looks at me. I'm like, let him pass. I totally get it now. It's okay, Alibaba. It's okay. You know, I stream 3 days out of the week. We'll be back at it on Wednesday. If I got stuck on an elevator, I would sit on the floor and call my mom. It was more of the air got thin because everybody was breathing real heavy. Oh man. You know what? Let me go get I'm gonna go grab everything that I was cutting out earlier so we can chat and I can start lining everything that I cut out. That is a stuff of lunch. All right. Oh man. So I love making long dramatic coats, and this is definitely gonna be huge. Okay. But I have to pull all of my pattern pieces off. Yes, so William, so machines and I've been using my Singer heavy duty, but I have a bad feeling it's gonna bonk out on me. I've had to take it apart, and I don't know. It's starting to lose power. I praised this thing. I should be a sewing machine tester. This thing is slowly just starting to lose power. I think it's because I use it every day for hours on end. And I've traveled around with it. Yes, after many drunk drivers, another guy was speeding and hit me and threw me into the elevator train pillar. Not fun. Ouch is right. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I hate when people pass gas in elevator. It's like, wait till you get in there. Did you wait in there? Do you know what? So, depending on what kind of day I was having, Candace, I would say something. I am that guy. I am that guy. I'd be like, all right, who tried to ruin everyone's day in this? I would say something. Depending on what kind of day I'm having. If it's like pre-coffee, if I'm in a vacation spot and I have to go downstairs to get coffee, I'm gonna say something. Oh, I'm not in elevators enough to have elevator pet peeve. I do. I am. I would say something. Oh my gosh, I would say something. Maybe you need an industrial. I do. I do. I need to quit. I've passed on at least 4 or 5 of them. I need to stop waffling on it. There is more than one model of that heavy duty. True. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome. Awesome. Hello. Hello. Great to see you, Giovanna. Is that how you say your name? Welcome. Great to see you. Good morning. Good morning. It's usually that one that says something that did. If you smelt it, you dealt it. Great to see you. Great to see you. Good morning. Yay. Hello. Hello, Giovanna. Awesome. What time is it there? Yay. Hello. Hello. Let me switch my angle. It's 6 a.m. Good morning. That's like when I jump into Donnell's chats it's 7 in the morning where I'm from. That's early, especially on a Saturday morning. I'm always like, good morning. And you know, I'm always so cheery in the chat. I'm literally like either at work or sitting in bed. Yay, hello, hello. Awesome. Yay! Italy in the house. Good morning, Italy. Good morning. Good morning. It's 3 minutes to tomorrow here. Yay! Good to know I'll avoid getting in an elevator. Oh, I would speak up. I'm a very assertive person. I've learned in certain situations you need to say things. I am in the future. I love that. I love that. A long time ago, I used to stream with people in Australia, and I would always ask that dumb question of like, "What day is it?" Knowing that they were a day ahead of me. But it was so strange to me to hear them say, "Oh, it's Tuesday," and it's like I've barely experienced Monday. Absolutely. So this is the material I'm working with is tweed, and I really didn't have enough for a giant coat, so I'm using denim as the back. I have yards and rolls of denim in this room, and I like the color combination. This reminds me of a San Diego Charger blue. Basically, it's powder blue, yellow stripes on a gray background, and it's tweed. So this will outlast me. Tweed is a material that I started working with, I think, this year, and I've gone absolutely insane working with tweed. And I recently bought a tweed vest that Kilroy shamed me for, and I love it. And I wore it to my work, and everyone shamed me there. Oh. From the future, love it. Absolutely, absolutely. I also love Doctor Who. I am obsessed. I absolutely love Doctor Who. I have made my own patterns, but I use a particular pattern over and over. But for a lot of my vests, I made my own patterns because I have an odd size. I have an extremely long torso, and that's what got me into making clothes in the first place because I'm odd bodied. Like I'll fit an extra large shirt, not necessarily be, the length, but not necessarily the width. So that's what got me into making my own clothes. So I've made my own blocks on certain things, and on certain patterns I use like everybody else, I'll just buy a pattern, but I've learned over the years to make my own. And also my weight goes up and down all the time. So I actually keep everything because especially during the holidays, I gain a lot of weight during the holidays. You're ready to sing Macho Man with that vest? I love that vest. It's one of those things. I'm addicted to Amazon like many people, and it was so outrageously low priced. I gave it a chance. It was definitely a 3 a.m. purchase that showed up the same day, and I was like, what is this doing here? I completely forgot that I purchased this. I don't know. My lighting is terrible today, but this is an extremely I'll bring it in closer in a minute, but it's yellow powder blue on a gray background. It's a crazy pattern. It reminds me of an old movie theater. And because these are giant pieces of tweed, this probably did come from an old movie theater. All right. Yay. I learned to make patterns when I came to Italy as a professional, but because of life, I haven't done it for so long. There was a video I watched a long time ago that was really inspirational. I can't remember her name, but the title of the video was "You Can Make Your Own Patterns. Why Aren't You?" or something in that realm. And I watched the video and everything she said was true. She was just like, what's stopping you if you sew all the time? Especially someone like me, I make the same thing over and over. And it's more logical to make, make blocks for my size because I make the same thing. And it's easier that way. So if you're really into sewing, I would definitely say make your own patterns. I wonder if I still have the template for my vest. I had this really huge cardboard cutout, and it was so funny because whenever somebody would see it, they would say, "Man, that cutout is huge." But whenever I would put the vest on, it fit perfect. But my style is changing as well. I can see it. There's even things I choose in my and even certain patterns I've been choosing. My style has completely changed. Perfect. I think I'm going to line everything with black, but do not quote me on that. I have a ton of black lining in here, so you probably could quote me on that. I'm bad at math. I'd rather buy patterns. That's what it wasn't until I started making coats over and over and over did I learn my dimensions. Like, I'm not even gonna sit here and pretend like I just woke up and I was making my own patterns and everything. It was confusing. And it took me years and years to figure it out. You don't realize how much a lump you are until you cut a pouch. So true. So this lump needs to cut out like 4 or 5 different patterns right now. All you have to remember is that the front is bigger than the back by 1 inch. Absolutely. That is so true. Absolutely. That should, when I come down from the mountain with my sewing commandments, that's going to be like number 2. Thou shalt remember that it is always bigger. It is always bigger in the front than it is in the back. I thought that I had a 36 just for years. Turns out I have a 42. Exactly. And it's not like your shoe size, which, could change all the way up to 25. And I talk about this all the time because my weight goes up and down. And over the years, I'm okay with it. Just like going gray, I accept it for what it is. And you always have to keep that into consideration when you're sewing. But it has nothing to do with mass. If you have the right rulers for the pattern making, I actually swear by my rulers. It's really funny you would say that because that was the first thing I thought of. Hey, Skids, how's it going? Rah, rah, great to see you. Great to see you. Yay, hello, hello. Awesome, awesome. Great to see you. Great to see you. Here, we'll switch because I know you don't like to see my eagle friend over there. Oh, he's even bigger this way. I hope everything's going well. Good to see you. This is the denim. I have all kinds of denim in here. I found this and I was like, oh, I have 5 or 6 yards of this. So this is going to be the back of the coat. And this is going to be the color of the coat. And yes, it's tweed. I'm tweed crazy at this point. Hey, Donnell. I was like, is that Donnell? You are gray. I don't see any gray hair. I recently cut my beard and it's just now starting to grow back and it's white. It's not even gray. But this is just the beginning of it. My hair grows back so fast. Yep, I have an 1885 McDowell pattern drafting system. Rulers makes a difference. Absolutely. Okay, changed my mind. Laugh aloud. I changed the bedding and got the coffee maker ready for the morning. Great to see you, Donnell. Hello, hello. Thank you, Giovanna. Thank you. I love tweed. I love tweed. It's so weird the things that you fall into. I'm telling you, in January, if you told me, William, you're gonna make a tweed suit, I would have been like, you're lying. I made a tweed suit, and now I'm gonna make what are they called? Pantaloons, knickers. What are they called? Where they're like, I'm gonna make them. I've been watching a lot. I subscribe to a channel. It's called the 1920s channel. My sewing style is gonna change. I'm like, ooh, that looks nice. Oh, that looks good. So there's quite a few things that I'm gonna copy from the 1920s. More hotel comforts room chair color. I like that. Hey, Pam. Culottes. Hey, Pam. So good to see you, Pam. Yay. Oh, no, you're back. Did you get the serial number for your singer? I could match it in the database. Yay. I do that during the day. Do I want coffee or a nap? I work extremely odd hours, and I am like Captain Janeway from Voyager. I always have coffee. It, excuse me, it makes me laugh. At my son's MMA class, they always tell me, they're like, because I'm walking around with my cup, they're like, I love the smell of your fresh coffee, because I'm always walking around with fresh coffee. Culottes. Oh, no, sorry. I'll try to remember to get it before Wednesday night. Yay! Hello, Pam. Great to see you. I love burlap. Not to wear, but I love it. I have a lamp and a rose made from burlap. Do you know, I've always wondered what they sell burlap all over the place, but I'm like, what could I make that wouldn't be like hokey or cheesy? That's a really good idea. Yay, great to see you. Great to see you. In British English, knickers are underwear. Then what are they called? I'm an American from the West Coast. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Yay, hello, hello. So I made a full so I make a full pot fresh in the morning, and I also have a Keurig for if I want more throughout the day. Wow. Don't know, anytime I could. I just have to open my list better than anything online. I can also supply PDF manuals most of the time. Awesome. I make 3 pots and 12 cups of coffee and keep it in my fridge, always ready. Bloomers or pantaloons. You know what started all of this was on YouTube. They have footage from from back in the day, from the 1800s, whenever. And there was 1920 Chicago, and everybody was wearing those. Every other person was wearing them, and they just had high socks on. I thought it was the strangest thing. Pantaloons, I think that's what they're called. Again, I'm like, I saw it and I'm like, I'm gonna make that. I've been fishing around my sewing room looking for my elastic. I'm going to make them. Burlap reminds me of cattle feed bags. That's so true. So true. I think that's why I'm so reluctant to work with burlap, because I don't have a positive feel. It's kind of like felt. I use felt for mock-ups, but felt reminds me of art class from like junior high. Well, from like 6th grade. You were talking about knickers, pants. Mid-calf pants would be culottes. Okay, see? I please educate me on this, because I have no idea what they're called. I fall in love with certain styles. I fall in love with certain things, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make that. It's because I watch a lot of YouTube. I'm an Italian-born Kenyan speaking British English and moved to Italy 40 years ago. Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. I love that. I absolutely love that. Welcome. Plus four is also, I think, it depends on where you live. Absolutely. You and your background intrigues me. Absolutely. Absolutely. I pride myself because I speak two languages, and I speak Spanish and I pretend like I can speak Italian, but a lot of the words are similar but not the same. Like there's certain movies I watch and I'll put it on Italian subtitles and I'm like, okay, I have no idea what they're saying. But when I listen to it, I'm like, oh, that sounds very similar to Spanish. Goldfinger outfit. When golfing with Oddjob, you know I would wear something crazy like that. I should be asleep, but I had to stop by. Thank you so much for stopping by, Pam. Thank you so much for stopping by. I absolutely miss all your lives and everything. I hate summer. You know, I had this conversation today with somebody. Here, it's the extreme heat. And this was someone who's from here, like I am. And we were like, you know, the older we get, we don't like our own hometown because it's so outrageously hot. I love all the summer activity. I love going to the beach. I love barbecuing, which I do year round. But I live somewhere where it's 70 degrees year round, you know? So I love summer activity. It's the extreme heat that puts me out. And my air conditioner bill is outrageous. I'm laughing because Edison is they send me shaming letters. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? Sit here with a candle? I'm a modern human. I'm pulling a bunch of power. Okay. Okay. It's a singer, Athena. Oh, 2000 electric sewing machine with wooden cabinet. You know what's so funny? It's a long story, but I passed on something like that because I just didn't have the space. That machine is new. Machine post 1984. Do you have a manual? I don't have an adjuster's manual. I know that. Italian is read as written, but you have to learn pronunciation of the alphabet. It's one of those strange things. Because I have a tiny ear for language, I know people that speak multiple language. I knew someone who was so intimidating because he could speak 15 different languages. I could barely speak two. And my first language, I could barely speak my first language. It was my grandmother's when she passed away and had it for about 10 years or more. Oh, wow. My machine is an Athena 2000, works great. Do I have one in here? I almost want to leap over my table and look on my my singer shelf back here because I think I do. So it's faster than I can. I love that. I love that. My mom used to speak 7 languages. My father was a person who was multilingual, and it was intimidating because when I was younger, I was like, I think he's bluffing. He would walk up to people and they would get in these conversations, and I'm like, this guy speaks everything. It's intimidating when you're around someone like that. So I come with a disclaimer. I speak 2 languages. And the funny thing is I speak more Mexican Spanish because I lived in Mexico for 6 months. It's the culture that I'm around. So, you know, if you took me like where people were speaking Castilian, I would be lost. I'm trying to think. I think I have an Athena 2000 in here now that I think about it. Because there was a YouTuber who I've said this before. There's a YouTuber out there that owns a lot of the 1960s Singer commercials and a ton of truck commercials. I don't know how this person got the rights, but there were a few machines that I would be excited, and I would, I put it in my video, and they almost took my channel down over one of them. And I think it's the singer Athena. I have to look that up. She used to dream and talk in all different She used to dream to talk in all different languages. It's amazing when you can talk to people like that. That's why when I fall in rabbit holes on YouTube, when people have those like weird universal translators, I want to test those out. I would go somewhere where I don't speak the language and be like, okay, I hope this machine doesn't fail me. Do you have a sewing store? Where do they sell fabric in your town? Mine would be real easy. It would be real easy. Oh, that's so funny. It's a gift. I will tell you, it's a gift because I walk into certain rooms where people do not know that I'm multilingual, and it catches people off guard. It catches people off guard, especially when they're saying something about you. Oh, I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that. I used to be fluent in Spanish, would dream in it. Now I barely know. Hola, adios. Do you know what's funny, Katie? I grew up around people that spoke Spanish, but when I was immersed around people speaking Spanish, man, I picked it up, and I've lost some of it. I speak it every day, but not as much as I used to. I was immersed in a culture where that's all I would speak. And now when people call me, they tell me like, "Hey man, you're a bit rusty." But let's be real, it's been 20 something years. William, all you have to do is deep dive, go into the country, and in 2 weeks exactly, you'll learn the language. See, Giovanna knows. Immersion is real. You will learn it instantly. I'm like that with Swahili, Katie. That's awesome. I speak English and a small amount of French. French was one of those languages that I've been trying to learn French since I was 14 years old. My grandmother tried to teach me. She was a frustrated human. So she was a terrible teacher because we had Spanish down pat, and she tried to teach me French, and it went zoop. I have a friend who speaks French, and he's been trying to teach me for years. Oh, oh, I actually, when I lived in Portland, I had a roommate who was from Ghana, and he was multilingual, and he tried to teach me French. Nope, did not pick it up. I was trying to learn Japanese because my granddaughter has to take it in her school. Konnichiwa. Oh, wow. English, German, and French here. Alibaba, I know you're multilingual. I think that's amazing when people are. Japanese is hard. Do you know what's so funny? I've heard a lot of people say that. I've heard a ton of people say that about speaking Japanese. I forgot I took it in high school because my dad's side of the family is French Canadian. Awesome. El Smoko break. Be right back. Oh. I'm not going to go for much longer because I'm trying not to do my 5-hour streams anymore. I did speak fluent Spanish and Italian, but since I don't use it, I lost most of it. That's what happens. I feel like I've lost a lot of Spanish. Have a great night, Candace. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'll be back at it on Wednesday, and I will have a coat complete. Hold on, what was it? Oh, Scout's Honor. I was a Boy Scout. I know that's a shock to no one. Oh, my friend Kim is white, but she grew up in Japan. She even texts in Japanese. I love people like that. I love people like that. Sweet dreams. In a lot of ways, I'm like that because I'll walk past somebody and they'll say something, and I'm like, don't react, don't react, don't react. Even today at the grocery store, I go to the same grocery store. I like it because they know me. They're polite. They've watched my son grow up. They were having a bad day. And I think because my son, basically, I don't think they knew how much Spanish I do or do not speak. They had a full conversation in front of me. And the whole time I was like, don't react, don't react, don't react. Because I was all up in their business. They thought they were talking over my head. I tried French as my mom spoke it, but I didn't like it because of the grammar. It's definitely hard to learn. I know a lot of people from Africa, and a lot of them speak French, and quite a few of my friends have tried, but I can't pick it up. Japanese is hard, but you can read it phonetically. You pronounce it as written when it is in our alphabet. I'm gonna have to check that out. Jerry, you can practice Italian with me. I thought I was a Girl Scout. Absolutely not. Now I was a Boy Scout all the way up until junior high. When I looked at my parents in the eye, I was like, "Look, I like being a Boy Scout, but I'm gonna get beat up." And to my parents' credit, they understood. They were like, "We understand." To my parents' credit, they didn't give me a hard time. They let me walk away from being a Boy Scout because I grew up in a different era, in a way different era. Yay! When my noonie passed away, the family stopped speaking in Italian. I'm sad about that. I know how that is. I totally know how that is. I hate it when people speak in other languages. It is so rude. I get that a lot because I wear a cowboy hat, and so people will say things about me all the time. I wear a black one though. I wear a black cowboy. My white cowboy hat. I own quite a few of those. Japanese use their own alphabet. I'm sure I will never learn to write it. There's quite a few things that I've accepted over the years as well. My friend Carl is white, and his wife is Chinese. They met when he worked as an interpreter. It's fun to see people's reaction when he speaks Chinese. I love that. I watch those videos. There's a young man who goes, I don't know if it's in New York, where he goes around. He speaks fluent in Chinese. I love those videos. Man, they have the best cookie. Back to food. You know what's so funny? I went shopping today. I'm going to have a hodgepodge of what I'm about to cook right now. I'm going to make chicken and waffles, but it's going to be like leftovers from dinner and Eggo waffles. Oh, that is sad, Terry. That is. No, but there's there's all kinds of different languages. I tried to learn to speak German. A friend of mine, someone I know, we spent 6 months. Man, we just figured out like we just come together and hang out. German is terrible. Did you say howdy to? Did they say howdy to you? They say all kinds of crazy things. It's weird because of how I look. They think I don't speak Spanish, and they're like, "Who's this guy think he is?" And I'll turn my head, and they're like, "Oh no, hey, Dose, how's it going? How's it going?" Cookies a trigger word. Oh my, I do have dark chocolate though. I went shopping today, so I have like sugar cookies. I'm crazy. Hey, Dose, how's it going? Great to see you. Great to see you. And I'm back on this weird thing where I'm eating Eggo waffles again. I haven't had them since junior high school. And so it's just weird to me. It's weird to me. Yay. Hello, hello. Great to see you. Great to see you. Hope you're having a good night. When I hear Italian spoken, it is so comforting. I have friends who still speak it. I am, like I said, I know a lot of people who speak French, and it's weird. Actually, perfect example. I had a very good friend who she spoke Vietnamese fluently, and it made me laugh. Where I'd always ask her like if someone's talking Vietnamese, are they talking trash about me? And she'd be like, yes. And it was so funny. She walked into a nail salon with my mother. They were hanging out. Everyone stopped talking because they knew right away. Language is funny that way. And I get that a lot with people. When they find out that I speak Spanish, they stop talking. Waffles, yes. Why? After the stream, I'm gonna go crazy again. I was hungry when I went shopping today, so I have weird combinations of things. Really weird Even earlier, I was in my kitchen and I was like, I need to stop shopping emotional because this is insane. So Terry, don't forget we covered ice cream too. Oh, that's right. I didn't even. That's right. I splurged and got the good ice cream. Strip waffles combo of cookie and waffle. Do you know what I did last night where I was like, sir, you need help? I had chocolate ice cream and I put brownie in it, a full brownie. Like, like a full brownie in it. Oh, green nail techs are the way. I knew someone that spoke that language as well. And when they would walk in, everyone would get quiet. It happens in every language, though. In every language. I've been overseas in a place where Americans are loudly saying things because they think no one around them speaks English. So it happens with every culture, I think. Oh, I want French fries, waffles, cookies, and do you know what's really funny? That's probably going to be the combination of what I eat when I go in the kitchen tonight. Never ever shop when hungry. I was starving, Giovanna. I was starving. I went insane today. I just bought my wife a double waffle maker. It makes stuffed. Oh, Mona, that sounds delicious. Dose stuffed waffles. See, now I'm starving. Oh no, ice cream killing me. I live with just my son and and it's funny how if you went through my fridge, you would be like, you have no adult supervision. But the thing, my only rule is that we have to have more food to cook and less boxes. Because I'm not a box person. You have to at least know how to cook in my house. I need to change my keyboard. It's okay, Dose. I'm passionate about waffles. Oh, hell yeah, William. I love warm brownies with ice cream. I lost it last night because I have a sweet tooth. My son is in a health kick. I'm the only person in the house eating this stuff. So I was just throwing combos together last night. And I forgot how glorious that combination was. Thanks. I'm going to raid the kitchen now. After my live streams, I'm civilized. I start a load of laundry and then I go in my kitchen like a Viking. And instead of burning it down, I clean. I'm so funny. I clean as I eat. Oh, when I have ice cream, I break up pretzels and throw them in. Try it. Do you know, excuse me, in America, we have this place called Wendy's. I don't know when I started doing this. They have these things, they're called Frosty. I don't know if it has any dairy product in it, but it tastes like ice cream. I dip my French fries in my Frosty. I know that's crazy. I know I sound like an alien sent here to observe, but it's the greatest combination. I don't know why. I've been doing it since I was a small child. I got shamed for it. But I absolutely love dipping my fries in my Frosty. Even my son is like, "What's wrong with you, sir? You are driving with your knees and eating." I'm obsessed with dipping French fries in chocolate ice cream, basically. Bob was so hungry after his doctor's appointment. We had pancakes with peanut butter and maple syrup. That's amazing, Katie. That's amazing. Less processed food is healthy. Absolutely. I'm big on that. Like, I tell my son, like, we can go crazy, but we have to cook. Like, you have to know how to cook. It's a big deal with me, especially because I'm raising a man. He's gonna eventually be on his own or be with somebody, and he needs to know how to cook. You're the Dexter's. I won't even argue with that one, Dose. Oh, Katie, that is delicious. Absolutely. Absolutely. Always dip fries and shakes. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Oh my God. Yes, yes, yes. I love my natural cut French fries. Thank you. I thought I was the only one. I get shamed. Where I'm from, I get shamed for doing that. People have been doing the frost fry thing here from the 80s. Man, where I'm from, people are like, are you crazy? Has anyone had fried? Yes. Where well, about an hour and a half, 2 hours from my house, there is this place called Bakersfield, California. And every year Bakersfield has a county fair. They fry everything. They have fried Snickers ice cream bars. They have fried pickles. They deep fry hot dogs. Oh, now I'm craving county fair food. And the season's almost over too. We go pretty far into what is considered winter because we have fair weather here, but I love fried food. I love fried food. Oreos, Twinkies. Thank you. Milky Ways. I admire you for that. Thank you. Thank you. Fried moon pie. There's I have talked about this for years. I'm obsessed with fair food. A funnel cake, just any kind of county fair food. I'm obsessed with it. I have been my whole life. I grew up near an amusement park, and I think a lot of it is at the end, and I learned this because I worked there. They would open up their funnel cake place about 2 or 3 hours before the park closed. They would open it up all day, but they would make funnel cakes about 2 or 3 hours before the park closed because as people were walking out, everybody's buying funnel cakes. Obsessed. Oh, fried pickles. Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Yes, I had fried Snickers and Oreos and pickles. Obsessed. Obsessed. They do it around here. I'm obsessed. Oh, so Terry, I love fried pickles. Absolutely. I don't eat a lot of fried food because I'm too fat. I think I attribute a lot of it to my job. I still have to move around. I still have to walk around. Even though I'm flying a desk at this point, I still have to get up and go. And so at my age, that's my justification. Even today, I was breathing heavy at the job, and I'm like, oh, it feels good. Oh my God, I think I've gained 100 pounds from our conversation tonight. I'm dangerous. Like, I love fried food. I'm dangerous. I am so dangerous. A long time ago, I'm going to tell the story because I know she's probably not subscribed anymore. I had an ex-girlfriend who was Norwegian. And I'll never forget, one day she looked at me. She was so serious. And she's like, I've been with you for a year and I've gained 50 pounds. And she grabbed me. I thought she was going to punch me. I'm an eater. I'm an eater. I'm a dangerous person to be around. Elephant ears are amazing. Absolutely amazing. I only fried my eggplant. Oh, fried eggplant is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Donnell, it doesn't count. You can't internet eat and not put on weight. Are you kidding me? Do you know what's so funny? I think it's because I was extremely thin when I like all the way up to my 40s. I look at food and gain weight. I used to hear people tell that joke, and that's me. I look at something and it's like, your pants don't fit anymore. I think it's because I've come to appreciate food in my older age as well. All the crafts fairs have kettle corn at the doors. Obsessed, Katie. I'm obsessed with kettle corn. Oh, I will. I need adult supervision when it comes to kettle corn. And near my house, the movie theater started doing the most ingenious thing. They sell the movie theater popcorn. You don't even have to go see a movie. You can walk in there and they sell bags. I mean, like big bags because they're smart. They're smart. They have to make money somehow. And people are paying those exorbitant high prices because movie popcorn's amazing. Oh, now I'm craving popcorn. Oh, thank goodness, Giovanna, because I'd be in trouble. Obsessed with food and naps in my old age. See, but once a week I really splurge, and that's when you know it hits you hard when you eat something and you're like, oh man, I'm a bit woozy. I am a bit woozy after this. Try menopause. Even though men claim all night, I don't think. Oh, now I had that song stuck in my head. Men, all pause. I'm old. Now I'm really showing my age. I will eventually finish this jacket. Do you know what's funny? After the stream, I sit here and I waffle for 2 hours. But then after the stream, I put on somebody else's stream and I start sewing. Well, of course, I have to do a bit housekeeping. You know, I got to walk around, do laundry, make sure the dishwasher's all filled up, and I'm going to raid my kitchen. I got menopause because of my splurging is having Campbell's chunky chicken corn chowder for lunch. Do you know what's funny? I eat that. I eat, my local grocery store makes their own version. I eat that too. I'm a soup person. I will go crazy for some soup. You only have to think of food to put on weight. Absolutely. Absolutely. I got the blue machine. I'm not sure what it is, but I like the color. Oh, that's awesome. That's like when I bought the sausage stuffer, and I thought it was for my Elna sewing machine. I'm gonna find that thing. It's the same color. It was right next to it. So this looks like it sews. And to shame me, when I gave it to my mom, she made sausage. She's like, I will show you what this is. Oh, she got hot. I gotta be hot. She get cold. I gotta be cold. Oh, that sounds like somebody who has control of the air conditioning and the heater. Giovanna, they have menopause. Oh, I will refrain from that entire conversation. I've learned over the years to avoid hornet's nest. Do you know what's funny? I was feeling awful because my face was swollen, and you wouldn't notice if I didn't tell you, but now you're gonna notice. But it's so funny how at night, basically, I do yoga in my sleep. I have no idea, and I woke up and my entire face was swollen, and I called the dentist because I have issues, and the dentist was like, "Come back when your face is swollen." And I was like, "What's the point of calling you?" Ah. Those I've been going through menopause since the beginning of COVID. My house is like a freezer until my hubba just to cover up with the comforter. See, I could survive. I'm in a house of coats. I would like that. I have tweed coats. I've made all kinds of crazy coats, and I live in the desert. I wish I could be cold. You know, I've kind of had that. Nope, not gonna touch that conversation. Nope. Good choice. See, good choice to avoid that conversation. That's a heavy duty machine that Mona did. What it is similar to a dressmaker. Heavy machine, heavy duty. My son-in-law has mine. I have a 1960s dressmaker that I got kicked out of a group because I put stickers on it. I haven't talked about this in a while. I'm in all kinds of different sellers groups online, all different kind of Facebook groups. And I got kicked out of a collector's group because I put stickers on a 301A. And someone was like, "This is shameful." And they sent me a DM and they like screenshotted. They're like, "This is shameful." Needless to say, I have found less stuffy groups online. Oh, okay. I hope it sews like butter. Looks like a big Montreux. recently I was so surprised by my purchase from Las Vegas. That thing is a beast. It's an absolute beast. It will sew through anything. Laugh aloud. Every sewing machine repair shop put on their trade label sticker. Okay, so as someone who collects sewing machines, I love finding old repair shop stickers, especially when I go to Las Vegas. It makes me laugh. I recently purchased a machine that was from Huntington Beach. I basically brought it back to California. Well, not basically, I really brought it back to California. I love those stickers. I look up all those places. A lot of them aren't around anymore. A lot of them. William, that dressmaker is so heavy as such as well designed machine. I think it's the heaviest domestic. I have a really weird Kenmore that weighs 65 pounds. It is the heaviest machine I've ever come across. I had it out for a while. I need it like people wonder how I get my big figure. It's from doing this with sewing machine. That thing is so heavy. I could never put a sticker on a vintage. I got kicked out. They kicked me out of that group. But I own quite a few 301As and 404s. Every typewriter dealer puts their sticker on the machine. It's fun seeing, yes, where a machine was originally sold. I love that. I've said that, especially when it comes to the antiques. I would love to know every hand that touched that sewing machine, from the guy at the factory all the way. I want to know every person's story because I guarantee you it was something amazing, especially with the vintage machines. And if you think about it, like my Singer from 1911, I want to know every person who owned that machine, you know? I love stories like that. Yeah, it's 65 pounds. In one of my many videos years ago, I waited at the end of my video because I built up to it and I waited, and it was a solid 65 pounds, and that's without the motor. I hear Bernina 1010, and she's my baby, and I've had it for 38 years, and I will never put a sticker on her. But saying that, everyone is free to do his please. I own quite a few sewing machines, and the funny thing is, that is the only vintage that I've put stickers on. Because I burn machines out. One of the reasons I quit putting stickers on them is because I'd get attached and then they would just completely burn out on me. I destroy domestics. Honest, at this point, I should have quite a few industrials. Since I end up stripping the machine, if there is a sticker, I will just be getting it off. But I take a photo first. I'm trying to think if I've ever purchased a sewing machine that had anything besides like the repair sticker. I love the repair stickers because it's like a little time capsule. I Google it because I want to see where it came from. And sometimes they'd put another label on the typewriter with their own dealer serial number on it. These were typewriters that were rented or leased. Wow. See, I love learning stuff like that. That's why it got me into Japanese clones. I have quite a few sewing machines that were made in occupied Japan. To me, it's a piece of history. Even recently, table, everything that I recently purchased there. I see there's already a ton of stuff on this, but this came from occupied Japan. To me, that's a piece of history. To me, it's, I don't know. I collect sewing machines though, So when I see that label of made in occupied Japan, I know exactly where it came from. I know the story behind it, and these machines are quality. This I can't remember the name because they have so many different names, but it's just an absolute beast of a machine, and I'm still shocked. As someone who sews a lot of leather, pleather, and stuff like that, I'm still shocked on how powerful this machine is. Sad thing is, I just purchased it and I already forgot the name because I own hundreds of sewing machines. Oh, this we've gone for 2 hours and my face is starting to pull. This has been another amazing stream. I want to thank everybody who's come from Mona's channel. I want to thank everybody who's come from Donnell's channel. I appreciate everybody. I love sewing. I love talking about it, and I love food as well. I truly thank everybody. I'm going to have my coat done hopefully by Wednesday. If not, we'll have a project to do on Wednesday. I plan on making tweed pants soon. So hopefully on Wednesday, I'm going to be making a pair of tweed pants. I have this extremely bright orange and it just screams pants to me. I have the family's Royal Manual typewriter. Wow. Past couple of months, I've been trying to find a factory for a couple of singers. The model is camped machine industrial single stitch pattern. I wish I could have more sales labels on it. Like for data. Oh, okay. Yay. I've had a 1961 Royal Empress. You can keep Royals running forever. I love machines like that. Thanks, William, and all. Had a wonderful night and happy tomorrow. And I would like to thank everybody who's in the future. I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to go raid my kitchen. Thank you so much, Giovanna, for being here. Thanks for the laughs and talking. I'll be back at it on Wednesday. It'll be Thursday where you live. Thank you so much, Mona, Donnell. I absolutely appreciate both of you. Thank you so much. I am humbled and I thank you. Every time I gain a subscriber, I thank you, William. You're so amazing and I love your personality. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am going to raid my kitchen. I'm going to be sitting there with a tub of ice cream, eating waffles, heating up my chicken in the microwave. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll be back at it on Wednesday. Alibaba, Kilroy, thank you so much. Giovanna, great to see you. You are welcome here in the House of Sewing. Yay. I will see everybody. I'll see everybody on Wednesday. If not, I will be all up in Mona's chat and Donnell's chat as well, and anyone else who loves sewing. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be back at it on Wednesday. Like I always say, thank you. Reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely